Hello, how's it going? This is Jay. Um, a few weeks ago, I made a video in reference to bullying, um, and that was an intro. So we're gonna do a part two on that, and I want to speak about particularly this situation. I don't know if you guys heard of it or not. Maybe you have on the news, in the media or whatever. There was a lady that was bullied on a bus. Some kids, she was a bus monitor, and she was bullied by some kids, and they kept on harassing her. You know, Matter of fact, they didn't show the kids, but they only showed the acts that they were doing, as far as playing with her body parts, taking their hand and flickering with her arms and stuff like that, and poking her, and saying all kind of derogatory comments and marks and stuff like that, and she she restrained herself, from telling them anything, or getting angry, uh, retaliating at them and stuff like that. And that was very, very pathetic, for some kids to be harassing an adult, particularly this lady is like old enough to be their grandmother, so how would they feel if somebody would harass their grandmother or any other relative, somebody that they love or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So uh, it was a really interesting situation, and as a result, it was an outpouring of support. She wound up receiving over $600,000 for people, that pretty much felt sorry for her, as they heard her story. And it goes to show you, like, as nowadays people don't really teach their kids, the things in life, as it relates to, doing right in the world, and right from wrong. And so when they get out here, they go and harass people, and particularly other kids at school, and stuff like that, trying to be a badass, male and female. Girls do their stuff too, just as well as boys. And it all starts at home, and what type of upbringing that you raise your child in. So when they get out here, they know right from wrong. So you have to be careful with that as a parent, because what's going on is that you go to school, the child start acting up and stuff like that, then you have to take off for work and go talk to the teacher and or the principal about their unruly behavior. And it also can resort to all types of problems. Your child has that child has a disciplinary uh, things with them that would be like, affect somebody else, and sometimes it could result into a very volatile situation, whereas they can get hurt or hurt somebody else in the process. So parents have to constantly be involved in a child's life, and so they wouldn't act like this. So so parents, y'all gotta learn how to discipline your children, because when they get out here in this world, there's a lot of stuff that they can get into, and that's what happens. And there you go, and it creates all kinds of problems. They go to jail, and they get caught up in the wrong type of environment. They get pressured by their peers into wrongdoing, stealing, robbing, and doing all sorts of dumb stuff. And so parents, y'all have to be into your child's life, and you know what your child is doing at all times, you know. And that's what's wrong with, you know, this world now, you know, is children raising children, because sometimes the parent, they wasn't taught how to be a parent, so therefore when they have a children, you know, the cycle just really constantly repeats itself. But you know, you have to know what's going on in your child's life, so when your child gets out here, you know, they know right from wrong. But also I want to speak up on you know, how to pretty much how to deal with a bully. You know, you have to really take your time out in a situation. You know, like I said, it goes back to teaching your children right from wrong. That's where it stems from. So and if you don't, your child can be in detrimental circumstances. You know, maybe you want to intimidate the, you know, his or her peers. You know, and sometimes as a result, it might, I hate to say it, you know, you might get it. He or she might get their ass bust. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna run into a person that's not gonna tolerate that. You know, you just can't go around keep picking on people keep picking on people and throwing rocks at them, and you know, knocking their books out their hand, you know, stepping on their feet, you know, catching them in the hallway of the school and throwing them up against the locker and beating them up, and you know, whatever type of unruly behavior that occurs when it relates to a bully. You know, man. So I'm gonna say it again for the umpteenth time, parents, y'all gotta be involved in your children's life, and make sure they don't get in this type of trouble, because the responsibility falls on you. You know, if not, they're gonna get out here and they're gonna get caught up in the wrong crowd. You know what I'm saying? And then the worst circumstances is possibly, you know, it's possibly going to transpire. And also, you know, you be careful what you put online, because there's cyberbullying going online too, and what happens is it affects the child's self-esteem too when you run across online and get tormented, you know. And some children have committed suicide as a result of this, because it, you know, that child was tormented so much and, you know, picked on, that, you know, they felt as though that, you know, they have no place in the world, so their last resort, the option was to commit suicide. You know, so this is a real serious situation, and it's terrible the way it is. So you know, your child on Facebook or any other social networking site, you know, monitor your child's pages. You know, get involved, you know, into your child's life, and you know what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they can get hurt, you know, hurt somebody else, and then you're the one that's responsible for what your child does. And you know, but that's pretty much all I wanted to say about this bullying situation. You know, and another thing I want to speak on right quick about sexual harassment. You know, we live in a social media, computer world. You know, y'all shouldn't be posting stuff on Facebook and stuff like that. You know, when it comes down to your sex life and stuff like that, because you know, if you don't have your privacy settings set, and you know, you let a certain people get into your circle of friends, then next thing you know, your information is out there for you know, different people to see. And then it can fall on you, like when you at work and you know you're messing with somebody at work, and you know you're trying to have a work related relationship, or you know you just messing around with that person. You know, next thing you know, it can get to your your supervisor or your boss or your manager or whatever, and next thing you getting reprimanded, you in trouble, you can lose your job. You know what I'm saying? Your reputation can be out there, you know, and once your reputation is pretty much in cyberspace, it's in there for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So you know you have to be aware of what you're doing. You know, I say don't do anything on the job. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you playing around, but your job is at stake, and you do all that shit when you get off the clock and stuff like that. You know, don't mess with women at work. Roping them and feeling them and touching them like that inappropriate, because they could file a sexual harassment charge on you, and they can get you in trouble. Then you know you can lose your job. You get caught up in the court system. You know, and it's not worth it. You know, just for a tease and a few minutes of pleasure. You know, do not mess with your fellow co-workers or employees like that. Do that on your own time. You know, watch what you post on Facebook. You know, don't be on their computers looking at porn. Don't be on their computers looking at anything. You know, if it's not work related, don't be on the computer at your job looking at, you know, anything, you know, that could potentially, as a result, get you into trouble. You know, so that's my advice. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to touch upon it a little bit. But anyway, I'm about to sign off. This is the man, also known as G. I'll be at you guys with another video and another topic real soon. Take care. Peace.